Hello friends, welcome again. This video will be a multi-part video where what I've essentially done is I've collected almost all the questions that are available on the web pertaining to predictive index cognitive assessment test, and then now I'm making these multi-part video series where I will be explaining how you should go about solving each of these questions. And as I explain that, I also share with you some smart tips, some smart hacks and tricks that you can use in order to ace your predictive index cognitive assessment test. Also, what I will do is I'll make sure that I will leave the link to all those videos that I will be making for these sample questions in the description of this video. Now with that said, I made a separate video where I explain what is PI cognitive assessment test, what is it measuring, the content, the format, scoring, and some smart hacks, tips and tricks that you can use in order to ace it. Apart from that, I made another video on PI cognitive assessment official sample test. This is a test that you will get as a sample test on their website. So I also explained how you can go about answering those sample test questions, and again share some tips and tricks as I explain those questions. So I will leave the link to both of these videos in the description of this video. Now, despite all these sample questions that I will be helping you prepare, I highly recommend that you should still go online and appear in a practice test online. This will just help you get familiar with the format in terms of the content, the format. For instance, just as an example, where will the timer show up? Where will the question show up? Where is the next button? Where is the back button? All of this you can get familiar with if you really appear in a real-time practice test. So make sure you practice as many tests as possible, but real-time tests before going and appearing in the final test. While it will help you get familiar with the content, it will also help get you familiar with the questions. And the more you practice, the better you'll get. Now, for this very purpose, I do have a recommendation. What I've done is I've sifted through all the websites on the internet to find the best test which is as close as it can get to the real-time test, and I will leave the link to those practice tests in the description of this video. I highly recommend you practice before you go and appear in the final test, so you can check out that link. Now, one important call out before we move into the practice questions. If you find any value from this video, I have to ask for you. 1, smash the like button as this keeps me motivated. 2, press the subscribe button along with the bell icon so you get notified as soon as I put a new content on this channel. On this channel, I post content pertaining to financial and career success for early and mid-career professionals. Other than that, if you want me to continue making unbiased content like this, you can support me on patreon.com. I will leave the link to my Patreon page in the description of this video. Now let's get rolling back into the video. So let's start with question number 1. Which of the figures below comes next in the sequence of the figures shown above? In the above picture, what we see is that there is a big figure under which or within which there is an arrow. So the big figure is rotating almost 45 degrees each time as it moves in the sequence. So it will continue to move another 45 degrees. So the only option amongst the 4 that moves another 45 degrees is either B or C. But then let's look at the arrow. The arrow is also moving 45 degrees but in an opposite direction. So which arrow moves in the opposite direction after the third one? It is option C. So we select option C. Question number 2. You're driving from your house to your office. Currently it is 7:10 a.m. and you are 12 miles from your office. If you travel at an average speed of 30 miles per hour, at what time should you arrive at your office? Now here, it is difficult to do mental math using 12 miles, at least for me. What I will do is I will round down the number 12 to 10. So it takes an hour to travel 30 miles. How long will it take to travel 10 miles? Which will be 30 divided by 10, which will be 3. And then 1 hour is 60 divided by 3 to get the number of minutes. So 60 divided by 3 is 20 minutes. So it will take 20 minutes to travel 10 miles at the speed we are traveling at. However, it is not actually 10 miles, it is actually 12 miles, which is 20% more. So 20% of 20 minutes is around 4 minutes, which means 24 minutes. So it will take 24 minutes for us to travel at this speed. 24 in plus 710 is 730. Question number 3. All X items are blue. Okay. D items are always yellow or the same color as X items. So D can be either yellow or blue. Only blue items are for commercial use. Now the conclusion. All D items are for commercial use. No, because D also have yellow items. So the answer is incorrect, because all D items are not for commercial use, because only blue items are for commercial use as per the assumption. So all D items cannot be for commercial use because D also has yellow. So the answer is incorrect. Question number 4. What is the next number in the sequence below? So here, when we add 2 plus 3, it becomes 5, which is the third number. Then we add the 5 plus 3, it becomes 8. So we have to add one number before to come up to the next number in the sequence. So 8 plus 5 is 13. 13 plus 8 should be our answer, which is 21. So answer is B. Let's talk about question number 5. The Western Sales region has been in existence longer than the Eastern Sales region. Okay, so West is more than the East in terms of number of years. Southeast region was split into Southern region and the Eastern region 5 years ago. The Southern Sales region is the oldest of the 3 regions. It cannot be determined because what we only know is the Western region is older than Eastern region. But we don't know about the Southern region because that could have been an older one or could have been a newer one. So the answer cannot be determined. So answer is B. Now question number 6 is shapes. Here is how I go about shapes, because I find shapes easier than the assumption questions because it takes a lot of time to read, and then mathematical questions because you have to run through some mathematics. I find this shapes question easier to do. So as many shapes question you can do is a good idea for you if this is your strength as well. So here we see a triangle which kind of gets flipped completely and the number of dots within it remains same. Same will happen to the semicircle. It will get flipped. The only option where it is getting flipped is C. So we will select C, and C also continues to have 3 dots. So C is the answer. Here in question 7, we will use elimination method. We start with D, as D is easy to calculate. 2 minus 0.8 minus 0.2 is 1. Now we compare this to C, which is 1 minus 0.5 plus 0.4 equal to 0.9. So we eliminate D because C is lower. 0.9 is lower than 1. Now we compare C with B, which is 2 minus 0.3 minus 0.6 equal to 1.1. So we eliminate B because 1.1 is higher than 0.9, which was C. So now we compare C with A, which is 1 plus 0.2 minus 0.4 equals to 0.8, which is lowest of all. So we select A. Next question number 8. Here what we see is the black triangle and the quadrilateral are coming down and the white shapes are going up. Triangle just comes down half a line, while quadrilateral comes down almost 2 lines down. So this is what will happen in the third shape when we compare it to the fourth one. The quadrilateral should come down 2 lines and the black triangle should only come down half a line. The only option I see here is A. Similarly, if you see the white is going up, and that is something that we see white going up as well. So A is our option. Question number 9. Which of the following is opposite to the word hypothetical? Here the answer is confirmed because hypothetical is kind of an assumption, while confirmed is no assumption. We know it for a fact. Question number 10. Here we have 5 shapes and 4 of them have a dot, and then it gets converted into a standing shape and only 3 have a dot now, and the number of shapes increase from 5 to 6. So this should happen to our shape as well, which is triangle. It should get straight and the shape should change. Now the shape is changing in all the options, so not worrying about the shape. The 3 dots should become 2 dots. That option only exists in A and D, and then 1 extra shape should be added. That is only possible in D. So question number 10 is D. Question number 11. What is the next number in the sequence below? So here what I see is happening is 2 multiplied by 2 is 4, and then add 1 becomes 5. 5 multiplied by 2 becomes 10, add 1 becomes 11. 11 multiplied by 2 is 22, you add 1 becomes 23. So 23 multiplied by 2 is 46, you add 1 becomes 47. So answer is A. Question 12. Swim is to paddle as fly is to, this is easy, walk. Tunnel is just an object. The other option which is kind of hidden here is nap. No, this doesn't seem right as well. And ramble is also not right. So swim is related to paddle and fly would be related to walk. I see walk as the closest answer because others are all bad. Again, here the idea is that you need to go through the elimination first. So eliminate the wrong answers and only then you will be able to find the right answer. Now question number 13. Your department has scheduled a 4-hour meeting. A presentation by the head of the department will be given during 1/3 of the meeting. 1/3 of 4 hours. 4 hours to 40 minutes. 1/3 of that is 80 minutes. So 80 minutes are gone. There will also be 25-minute briefing, so you add 25 on top, and then another half-hour presentation, add that on top, and then 20 minutes update from human resources. So we add all of this 80, 25, 30, 20, and then we subtract it from 240, so we get 85 minutes. 85 minutes means it has 1 hour and 25 minutes, so B is the answer. Next is, which of the following is the opposite of the word hostile? It is cordial. So the opposite to the word hostile is someone who's aggressive and has hostility. So the opposite is cordial. Question 15, here the shape keeps on getting added. One gets on top and then one gets added. So the answer here would be that since in the third one it gets added, then there should be one coming on top of it, which is only possible in D. So 15 answer is D. Question number 16, which of the following is the opposite of the word motivated? Again, we can do elimination. Not idle, not satisfied, not composed. So the answer is apathetic. Apathetic is someone who's not interested, which is opposite of motivated. The two figures above share a common feature. One of the figures below does not share the same feature. Which figure below does not share the common feature? One thing that I notice is that there are 3 gaps in shape 1. There are also 3 gaps in shape 2. So let's see if we can find 3 gaps in the answers as well and do the elimination. So D has 3 gaps, A has 3 gaps, B has 3 gaps, C doesn't have 3 gaps, so C is the answer. Next question, which is question 18, you are responsible for mailing 50,000 letters. You must mail 50% of total letters over the next 5 days. If you plan to mail 1 by 5 of this amount, so dividing those letters by 5 and then sending each every day, what is the total number that you plan to mail each day? So 50% of 50,000 is 25,000. So 25,000 letters have to be sent, and then 1/5 of 25,000 is 5,000. So 5,000 would be the answer, D. Question 19, all vice presidents and some directors work in the 12th floor. Some directors work on the 11th floor. The director of engineering department works on the 10th floor. If the assumption are true, is the conclusion incorrect? Cannot be determined. Correct. It cannot be determined. It is option B, because we don't know whether they are on floor 10th, 9, 8, 7, or could be 11 as well. So we exactly don't know. So answer is B. Question 20, shapes question, which is one of my favorites. So here there is a big shape which gets completely inverted upside down, and the inner shape turns a bit and changes color. So the color change is happening in all the shapes in the answer. So they can be, each one of them can be true. Inversion of the shape is only happening in C and D, so we can eliminate A and B. And then let's see the rotation. So the rotation in the first one, where there are 3 arrows, it is happening towards the left side by almost 90 degrees. And hence, inverting 90 degrees, this one single arrow would be option D. So 20 is option D. Thank you guys for watching this video. Hopefully after this video, you would be better prepared in answering different kind of questions and would have kind of an idea how to go about addressing them. Essentially, what you need to know is you need to find what your strengths are, then focus on your strengths and skip the ones where you think you are weak. Anyways, thank you for enjoying this video. In case you like this video, I'm sure you'll like another video on my channel where I talk about how you can go about acing any behavioral interview, because most probably after clearing this section of hiring process, you will be going into the interview process. So you can check out that video here. Other than that, I have another video where I talk about how you can go about introducing yourself in an interview and ask, tell me about yourself. You can check out that video here. Thank you.